G'day and welcome into the lower bracket final of the Eastern European TI11 qualifiers between Navi and BetBoom Team. BetBoom Team. Both teams making it through to this stage, so that does mean that both of these teams, regardless of the outcome here, are guaranteed at least the last chance qualifier. So both of these teams will be progressing, but fighting it out for that potential to get directly into TI and the chance to take on outsiders who are waiting in the grand final of these qualifiers. Navi losing to outsiders 2-0 yesterday, and BetBoom beating one move 2-0 to progress. So Navi coming off of 0-2, BetBoom coming off a 2-0. We'll have to see who's got the momentum. Toskek. I just knock it down a touch. There we go.
10 seconds.
Yeah, it's in the draft phase, it is a bit loud normally. So Navi with the opening bands, take out the Undying, Enigma, and the Faceless Void. Pick up the Primal Beast and the Batrider. Batrider actually made it through the ban phase, first phase ban, so a hero that's been hotly contested in the bans. Navi do manage to get the pickup, so that vision advantage, early laning dominance, and the ability to lock down a single hero for a long time and get the burst, all in the hands of Navi. Primal Beast. We've seen Primal Beast in the hands of Sweden Strong. It's a Sweden Strong Primal Beast, POS 4. And I was impressed. I was impressed by Sweden Strong's Primal Beast last time I saw Navi play. So hopefully we'll see something special come out of him in this game one. BetBoom banned out the Marcy Chen, not making it through this draft, Terrorblade and the Viper, and pick up themselves the Death Prophet and the Queen of Pain. So strong tower push and team fight to begin with from BetBoom, not mucking around here with their picks, really making their presence known early in this draft. Nyx being banned by Navi, excellent ban. Nyx is one of the counters to Batrider with the Spike Carapace. You're flying around as Batrider, you're having a ball of a time, as Batrider does, and Nyx just walks through your Firefly and presses E, and then you die. That's the long and the short of it. So Nyx being banned out, very thoughtful there from Navi to enable their Batrider to have a good game. Lycan taken out from BetBoom as well. Similar in the way that the Beastmaster functions, gets the Helm of the Overlord, and sort of control the side of the map, has a vision superiority with the wolves that become invisible. So wolves, hawks, they function in a very similar way. So if you're banning out the Lycan, you could be considering banning out that Beastmaster as well, but no more bans for the time being. The picks will come through. Bloodseeker taken out. Are we going to see a Pangolier here? Or a Timbersaw? Timber is actually still in the draft as well. Viper has been banned. I mean, BetBoom, maybe they want to pick the Timber themselves. Getting rid of that Viper, I mean, the options are there. It'd be hard to fit into the draft now that you open with a Death Prophet and a Queen of Pain. One of those two would have to go to the support position if you went ahead and grabbed that Timber. At the moment, we're thinking the Quap's going to be the mid lane, Death Prophet off lane. So probably a couple of support picks here for BetBoom. It would have to be a pretty drastic lane position switch to fit a Timber in against this Beast and Snapfire. Not particularly great against Batrider either, honestly, with the magic damage that comes through. But nonetheless, the Bloodseeker ban does tip that there might be a Pangolier coming in the future. For Navi, the Snapfire, thinking that's going to be in the support position as well. Void has been banned, so no Void Snapfire mass damage early on. Primal Beast 4 with Sweden strong, probably solo on the Snapfire, and no one with the Bat mid at this point. Venge Quite a strong support. The shard on Venge nowadays, the change of a couple of patches back, to get the double stun on the shard, the magic missile,
10 seconds.
is quite punishing, and particularly if you get a cast range, get the cast range with the other lens, or with the mystic, say mystic staff. No, the neutral item. Can't think of the name right now. One that pushes you away. Anyway, it gives cast range. And with that one, it increases, I'm pretty sure it increases the bounce length of that secondary missile once you get the shard. So it's very, very good. Earth Spirit, so initiation for BetBoom. The ticking is the teams with the voice lines. They've already got it going in the draft. So initiation for the Earth Spirit being able to get in, and silence probably going to be reasonably important in this game. There's no real natural forms of dispel, so Navi probably might go towards a Yule's or a Lotus, try and help out their core. Probably a Lotus on the Snap 5. Primal Beast really does just want that blink and be able to get in on them. Go for the initiation rather than the counter initiation. Dawnbreaker. Once again, made it through to this late in the draft. I love when a tournament goes and you get to the late stages of the tournament, the meta sort of shifts as you progress through. And this Dawnbreaker that was getting pretty much insta-banned early on in the tournament, you know, has slipped through the bans, and Navi will pick it up. Very strong, probably a POS 3 Dawnbreaker with the Primal Beast in lane. I'm not going to throw out the opportunity that this is a 3 Primal Beast with a 5 Dawnbreaker, 4 Snapfire, some sort of switch around like that, but we're most likely going to see a 3 Dawnbreaker, and they can go for that utility build with like a Halberd, or move into the damage and go for a Desolator. Alchemist and TA, 2 of the last 4 bans.
10 seconds.
The Navi not wanting to get out-tempoed with an Alchemist pick.
5 seconds.
And BetBoom realizing that they might struggle a little bit against the, once again, the timing of a TA. Alchemist and TA are both very fast farmers, and both come online at a particular time, and if you're not prepared for that, then you will struggle. Morphling, final ban for BetBoom. I thought a Morphling maybe potentially they could deal with the heroes they have. Ursa's the final ban, and it's a Weaver. Ooh, not so sure. I'm not so sure. So I'm not seeing a clear plan from BetBoomTeam here. They want to really push around some timings with Exorcism, use the Scream, you know, the Sonic Wave when possible to get a couple of kills. But Earth Spirit and Venge, Earth Spirit wants to move pretty quickly around the map, wants to make constant plays, but Quap and Death Prophet are very ulti dependent. The Weaver will want plenty of time to farm, so I'm just not sure where the Earth Spirit and the Venge fit in on this draft and their overall match plan for BetBoom. Navi's draft looks a lot more solid at the time being. Has a little bit of split map with the Dawnbreaker, strong team fight, good disruption, and good single target lockdown as well with the bat. So their final safe lane pick, probably for V-Tune here. Baseless is taken out of the pool, so it's not an option. Oh, the Drow. I've been calling for it for a while, and here we go. We're going to see the Drow Ranger. Plenty of front line. Oh, it is a 5 Dawn. Look at that. I did sort of throw that out there for a moment. So it does end up being a 5 Dawn with the 3 Primal Beast and Sweden Strong on the Snapfire playing at 4. BetBoom. The Huck will be the 1 Weaver. Snakey on the 5, Venge, Roger will take the 4 Earth Spirit, Lyle will be mid with the Quap, and it's the off-lane Death Prophet. DP hype. Yes, we have a Death Prophet again. We're going to be seeing a lot of Death Prophet. Drow has the damage to really trouble a couple of these heroes. So Death Prophet likes to run in, get that DP, get that BKB, and just run in with the Exorcism going. Same with Queen of Pain. You know, pop that BKB, just go in, get as much damage done as possible. But if V-Tune has a decent game, Drow will punish that very, very easily.
Wow.
And will...
Wow.
They won't be able to stand their grounds with a BKB. Weaver as well suffers a lot from the silence. Not being able to get that Shikuchi off. So if Drow can get on top of the Weaver with a silence, we'll have to see where it takes us in the draft. In the game.
Prepare for battle.
Whoa! Sick burn!
Righto. So, 5-man movement coming out here from BetBoom. Smoke, just to get some vision down. Smoke will actually pop on no one. Snako holds onto that Obs Wood and doesn't plant it in the sight. In the sight of Navi. The Huck will be heading to this top lane. Double slippers with a Quelling Blade. Looking to last it pretty easily. That's 63 base damage, or 63 damage now with the Agi and the Quelling Blade. You shouldn't have any issues really lasting on that lane. Snako still holding on, actually holding on to both their obs at the moment. They're short, they planted one, right? Yeah, they planted one on this high ground over here. So just holding on to one obs for the time being. Weaver might try and catch the top rune. Bottom. Slows coming out. Not enough. Not enough to get the kill over onto Solo. And he'll walk it off. May even walk it home with that, the damage that he took from that initial rune contest. No one in the mid lane playing the bat will be laning up against Lal on the Quap for BetBoom. In the top lane, we'll see Lays playing the 3 Primal Beast for Navi, being supported by Sweden Strong on the Snapfire. They'll be laning against Sineko, playing the Venge, and Huck playing the 1 Weaver. In the safe lane for Navi, V-Tune playing the Drow, being supported by the 5 Dawnbreaker, who, if you can get a little bit late with some items, starts to feel really good. Roger is down here for BetBoom on the Earth Spirit, trying to pull a bit of a wave. And he's supporting Noticed on the 3DP. So just some early lane pull shenanigans. Here for BetBoom, getting that way back behind the tier 1 tower. Solo pulling the creeps over. Just making sure he does get the ranged actually. That's pretty significant if he can get the deny off. To hang around, see if he gets it. Noticed. We'll keep pulling this creep. Will he get it? Yeah, it does secure it with the Crypt Swarm, knowing how important it is to get that last hit on the range creep, getting him that level 2. If that range creep was denied, he would have been in quite a bit of trouble. Lal is feeling quite sticky in the mid lane. 4 stacks of the Napalm. We'll just back up to get it to reset. Yeah, and now he feels comfortable to approach the lane again. Initial last hits all in the favor of Navi. You would expect that with the Drow and the Bat Rider, both going to feel very strong on the lanes.
No.
V-Tune, with that orb walking, will just keep sending Notice back. They can't really approach, and even with the split shot, or the multi-shot rather, will just force them back and apply a lot of damage. Top lane, the Hawk is in trouble. The charge is coming in to have any more vision. He's not visible anymore. And the last right click comes through from Lays. Big old Primal Beast reaches out his paw and gives him one final love tap underneath the tier 1 tower. I think that was a high roll on the damage as well. It felt like a high roll on the damage. Actually, his damage is very consistent. It's only 72 to 74, so he's just very consistent damage. Bottom lane. Solo. We'll try and stop the creep pool from coming across. Notice, getting pressure now. Actually, V-Tune's here. They have a level in the Starbreaker. Swipes come through. They will catch Roger, but they're still looking for Notice. The body blocks aren't quite coming out. Fairy Fire is popped. Last clicks, the multi-shot gets the job done. And V-Tune with the level 2 in the Frost Arrows and 1 in the multi-shot. Just giving this Death Prophet bottom lane something to think about in this early game. Lal seeming to catch up a little bit in the mid lane now. He's getting a few levels online. Oh, that's going to hurt. 3 stickies. Got the wands to heal himself back up. I mean, you get those sticky charges. Even the level 1 in Flame Break is going to do a lot of damage. Stun comes out onto Laze. A little bit of casual harass from Dahak, but nothing that's going to lead to a kill at this point. 12 wand charges. Comes the cookie. Stun to follow up. He's going to get away under the cover of the Sakuchi, but Suneko is maybe the one in trouble now. Trample coming out, not popping the upper, of course. Didn't have any stacks on it. Was it no one? No one had to go back to base. Just got bullied off the lane. That certainly feels pretty sad as a Batrider, being pushed off the lane by a Quap. Bottom lane, last hit comes through as well. V-Tune, he's feasting. Down here is this Drow. Hunting. Just embodying that Drow persona. Treating his opponents like amateurs and giving him no respect at all. No one's suffering. Oh, it's actually a level 3 Shadow Strike. Lal has leveled up the Shadow Strike, so a little bit better in lane, but not so good at farming creeps heading into the mid game. Comes the charge over onto Suneko. Roar will come out as well. The trample is going off. Sweden strong, holding on to the cookie, and they don't commit underneath the tower. Roger gets actually stunned. The multi-shot comes through, dodge to the left-hand side, but there was one arrow just catching him. And Solo's last right-click gets the job done. Noticed, you can't keep sitting here. Navi is feeling this early game. Falcon Blade already up and running on V-Tune, so being able to sustain that mana. Jump in, gets him under the effects of Sakuchi. Stun will follow up. The trample comes out, and the Weaver. You can't run away fast enough, Dahak. So of all the lanes at the moment for BetBoom, mid is going the best. They're trying to double down on it as well. Roger has turned in. That's a 4 stack with the Flame Break. Solo will slow down. Does he have a Starbreaker? Yes, he does. I don't even think they need it. They just have the damage. No one will get that kill, and very, very happy. Actually blinking in Lal. He's got a Sonic Wave. He will pop it. It's not quite enough damage just yet. Bottling through the dagger ticks, and now Lal, he's went in a little too deep. Damage will come out, the Quap will go down. Suneko joined in on the party. I don't think they have a stun, and no one will walk away on about 50 HP saying thank you for the donations. I'm here till Thursday. V-Tune almost with the level 6, the marksmanship, and when he hits this lane becomes unplayable for Noticed. Noticed hasn't done a bad job getting to level 5. It hasn't fallen behind too far in the XP at this early point. Certainly, probably not where he wants to be as a DP on a lane, but it's still going to be a DP. He'll get that Exorcism, can go to a tower, pop it, try and get that tier 1 down. Roger's here. There's 3-man rotation coming in. Solo's actually going to scout it out, maybe on the side. No, who's going on who? I think the 2 supports, they've missed on the inside. TP coming out. In comes the roll. And they kick him back towards Notice. Spirit Siphon's there as well, but they don't have enough damage. V-Tune, he's going to turn around. Solo swinging through the Starbreaker. Lasso will be committed to make sure that rolling Earth Spirit doesn't roll on out back to base.
Radiant should look to their middle tower.
6 online for the Drought. So the damage has arrived. Snako, no levels in the Vengeance Aura. Just the 2 in the Magic Missile and 2 in Wave of Terror. Certainly the build that will offer you the most burst early on. Cancelling that little bottle charge, a value little Wave of Terror. Regen Rune top, though no one will happily take that. And can just keep spamming out these Napalm stacks. Blaze has the Soul Ring, heading into a BKB. Straight BKB, no mucking around this game. He understands he has to be able to move. Actually, bottom. Sonic Wave will take out the Drow. Solo will follow. So good rotation there from Lal. Coming in with the TP. Snako was making his way across with the smoke, but the TP was just needed to get there a little bit faster. And now at the level 6, being held the skill point at the moment, they could just push down this tower. Some right clicks in the top lane. It's grabbed Weaver with the pulverized lays. He's on top of him. Dahak, not that concerned though. Only level 5 at the moment. Will dig himself up a little kobold. D-Tune's here though to push the aggression. Now, I think Dahak might see this as a bit of a chance to get away. Level in silence, they might not know. They're gonna commit. Oh, just doesn't quite connect. Solo, they want to get him. Trample's on top. Silence doesn't quite get there in time. However, I think it won't matter. The damage is going to be enough. It's time lapse. Let's put him back into the trees. A little bit vulnerable now. TP support is coming in the form of the Death Prophet. Exorcism online with the Falcon Blade and the Phase Boots. Snake's coming as well. It's a 4-man rotation. V-Tune's going to have to be careful here. Lays does onslaught away. Stun will follow up. With the uproar, he's just going to walk away. Slow down from the boulder kick. The pushback from the gust. We'll just secure that exorcism. Not really going to do anything. He might farm up a couple of creep camps for it. I don't think they're going to try and take a tower. Navi might be just wise to wait a moment until that exorcism goes down and then just go back to pushing this tower. And in fact, Death Prophet has moved well away from the lane. Exorcism has run out. And I don't think there's anything stopping them from taking this top tier 1 now. It was a bit of an attempt at a defense, but they didn't get to use the value. Roll comes in, over on the Solo. Cookie pushes him out of the way. In comes the onslaught. Stun coming through. Trample is active, but not doing damage while he's still. Silence on Dahak. But V-Tune is a little bit scared. Has to turn around. Will have the damage. Sonic Wave from Lal finishes off the Primal Beast. Solo daggers on him. It's a level 3 dagger. Gonna struggle to run away. The bugs there as well, and Sweet and Strong may just make it away with his life. That last dagger, it'll be enough, yeah, and the deny. The deny from V-Tune, no hesitation. Just putting down his own support. That was all with an Arcane Rune, I believe, as well on Lal. So that Sonic Wave will be up and available again in 60 seconds. Very good value for the mid player of BetBoom. And considering he was the one who had the good lane, he has to be the one to make the rotations. Drow tried to get something done, V-Tune on that top lane, but maybe not quite enough levels just yet to stand and fight. We'll build into the Dragon Lance and think about a Manta, so no early BKB for the Drow. Often the play call for a Drow just to get that early BKB so they can get the marksmanship damage into effect. Doesn't matter how much net worth you have if you can't actually use it. So we'll see how long he holds off for going for that BKB. Dark on the other side will look like he's going in for the Maelstrom. The Javelin coming out now. Yep, so Javelin. Roger is caught. One last right click flying through. It's not enough. The sticky napalm. Meanwhile, Solo will die right in front of the tier 1. But that last sticky napalm hit actually got the last hit. That changed to sticky napalm dealing damage. I think he wasn't getting out anyway, but nonetheless. Stun coming through. There's a Boots of Travel. Bats coming in. Pulverize coming through. And the Globs noticed. I don't think he has any real opportunity to come in. Get out of this. Seneko. There's an uproar. And he'll die to the blast. Level 3 Scatter Blast from Sweet and Strong. Right, etc, etc. I will look forward to seeing you. I'll be here all night. We're casting all the finals today, so all the finals will be covered on the broadcast. Lower bracket final and the grand final. So I'm sure, unless you're flying to America, I'll be here when you touch down. Solo looking for the early Holy Locket. Get additional heals. There's a movement coming through. VTune is here showing. You show the pos 1 growl, you might get the attention of BetBoom. And we're quite happy to dump all our ultimates onto you to get this kill. Roger rolls in, doesn't quite catch the bat. In fact, that's probably going to be his death or Seneco's. With the come around swap out, Seneko will go down. Lays charging in the middle, trying to make a little bit of space. Seneko will die. Exorcism was committed and doesn't look like they're going to get anything out of this one again, although they're running back in. Try and notice he wants some value out of this ultimate. Half duration gone. Try and deal a little bit of damage to this tower. I'm not sure Navi want to let this happen.
Middle tower has fallen.
Tetra, etc. I'm not going to honor that one now, mate. But I will let you, when at a later point, I will let you use that again, okay, for free. You can just call out when you want to use it another time. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing word bans while I'm casting. Solo walks up the high ground. Stun will come through. Magnetize. Has got the bug on him as well. Trying to make it away, killing that bug, but Magnetize ticks are there. I think he's going to live. In comes VTune with the damage. Solo actually goes back in. I think dies to the reapplied Magnetize. Notice dodging back and forth, but you can't really get away. There's a lasso, and the damage will be there with the Scatter Blast. You'll have to do better than that. VTune's given it a lesson for you is never try. Ooh, Solo. The voice lines. Who needs the TI voice lines when you just have the regular Dota Plus voice lines that are so much better? Lays coming in on a BKB, only about 1,000 gold away, so 0, mate. So Holy Locket almost ready on Solo. Just wanted to get a lot more heals out of this Solar Guardian, and probably building into an Aghanim Scepter if the game does go that late. There's a 3-man smoke. They want VTune. Roger and Seneko are leading the hunt. Oh no, he's going to walk back up the high ground. Swap comes in and the stun. Follow up rolling boulder. There'll be a Sonic Wave if needed, but they don't even need to try it. Solo actually might be caught out. They're holding on to this Sonic Wave again. Secondary stun. Yeah, they don't need it. Lol, he's just getting good value out of his dagger and his scream. 2 for nothing, right in front of the tier 2s, and they're going in for no one again. There's a roll, a silence. Notice with the Spirit Siphon, and he's just dead. Exorcism popped, and this will be a tier 2. So a 1x1x1 for Navi, and I mean that could be a swinging point in this game for BetBoom. They just got 3 kills for absolutely nothing, plus a tier 2. While this is happening, the Hawk's actually pushing bottom lane with a catapult wave, so it probably won't die, but it's certainly going to take a bit of a beating. So Navi just lost momentum and map control all in about 30 seconds from just a simple little 3-man smoke that BetBoom really committed on and punished Navi for not rotating more heroes over. VTune looks like he's going complete the Manta and then go into the Hurricane Pike. Not wanting to spend money on a BKB just yet. Stun. Will not accidentally catch on Roger. But Lays will then have enough gold for his BKB. Notice in Sweden Strong just knocking hips in the jungle. We'll walk away from each other with not a word said. 1 now in the Vengeance Aura. Probably a good value. Not quite maxing out the Wave of Terror just yet. It's good to have that level 1 value. 11% extra damage for his team. Roger has completed the Urn of Shadows. Got a couple of charges on it at the moment, but no move to get into the Spirit Vessel at this point. Just wants the Urn of Shadows value, and we'll go back for a Yule Scepter. Most likely to dispel the silence coming out from Drow. There's a couple of things you could dispel this game. They're a pretty useful item. No one's on the hunt. Snako will throw the stun and turn no one back towards his own tower in piggy form. Smoke's coming out to Huck. They know he's on the top lane. I think they have a suspicion that he's around. Gucci is popped. Show on the wave here, so they were close, but I don't think they're going to have enough. Onslaught won't be fast enough. And there is Seneko with the Venge just sitting behind, ready to swap out. Swap him out if he does get lassoed. In fact, Dark might even try and bait this lasso. Could even be the right call just to bait the lasso, get on cooldown, and just swap out with your Venge. You know, 120 seconds, 2 minutes where you're safe to farm on the map. Wouldn't be a bad call. Sweden strong. Seen him on go in, get in and go in heroes such as the Marcy and the Primal Beast. So I'm interested to see how he handles the Snapfire. Usually still a strength hero. Top lane, Blaze is in trouble. Will pop the BKB and yeah, TP out. You can't do that in front of, can't do that in front of Avenge. You can't do that in front of Seneko. I think he just waited and didn't show himself for quite a while there, but that swap, of course, going through BKB. So nice little counter there. No BKB TPs for you. And that fresh BKB, 9 seconds, will come to no effect at all. Exorcism, I think, will be popped here. Yeah, it's available. Only level 1, but it'll do the job with the bugs and the minus armor from the Wave of Terror. This Roche is going to start falling reasonably quickly. And there's no contest coming out from Navi, so it will die. Sweden strong, trying to get as much value as possible on this top lane while he can. He's been spotted out by Roger. I think he had to immediately TP and he could have got himself away, but now that the rolling boulder is once again available, there's not anything he can do but just die. So BetBoom with the Aegis now, and with the catches starting to occur around the edges of the map, particularly on that top side. Looking like they're taking charge of the mid-game of this game 1 against Navi. Solo with the locket completed. We'll just immediately start trying to build the Ags. Weaver to Huck. Sun catches on notice, but Huck's sort of baiting. He's here with the Aegis. Lasso comes out on the top side. They're trying to get the damage over in the Lyle, but it's a BKB. V-Tune not quite there yet with enough damage. He's trying to get up high on the high ground, and he will make it out with the support of this heal coming through from Solo. That's Solar Guardian just doing enough to keep him alive. Cookie available down to the low ground. Roll will miss. Back in the mid lane. Solo gets stunned. It's a shard on Seneko, getting the second catch on no one as well. We'll be forced to pop the BKB and TP away. They know they don't have the damage. But Sweden Strong will not be so lucky down in this bottom lane.
What have we here?
So V-Tune's starting to get sort of beat into a corner right now. Batrider has lost his timing. You can see he's slipped right down the net worth charts on terms of the cores. Only 8,000 net worth opposed to the QoP of 11.4k. Grau, who had a very good start, V-Tune, still at the top of the net worth for his team, but just can't deal enough damage right now to stand his ground. He can still complete the Manta. And maybe S and Y into a BKB is just the better call at this point, but really does want the mana to be able to dispel off potentially the dagger, the silence. Quite a few things he wants to be able to get rid of here in this game. There's a smoke. They spot out no one. He's showing on the map with the Firefly. He's in the creep wave. They're hunting quickly. He's got no TP for 10. And I think he is in a lot of trouble. Now he knows it. BKB not for 12. And he will sacrifice himself in his bottom lane, just trying to push it out, get what he can from the map. The Huck, Aegis for another 2 minutes 20. I don't think they can kill him twice. It's going to be pretty rough. realistically, Navi can't really take a fight that the Weaver is frontlining in while he has the Aegis. And Weaver is dealing damage with the Maelstrom Dragonlance. It's comparable to the Drow. In fact, Drow has almost 2,000 net worth more than the Weaver, but with the support of the big team fight from BetBoom, VTune just can't stand his ground.
Pain without consequence.
Level 14 and no points yet in the talents. Maybe just waiting for that level 15 to grab the first talent. -8 second multi-shot cooldown is most likely what he's going to go here for. Makes a big difference having it on a 12 second cooldown instead of 20. You can use it a couple of times in a fight. With 20 second cooldown, that's like a once per fight ability. Once you get down under 15, you start to use a couple times. VTune wants to try and make something happen of this, but the stun comes out. BKB will have to be there to counter. In comes Lays, but BKB's popped from Notice and Lyles. BKB from Lays now as well. Swap him back in though. There's no running away from this Venge. The double stun follows up as well. 4-staff helps Drow up onto the high ground. Silence will be dodged by the Yules. Exorcism running all the time in the background. And BetBoom, just with taking the 1 kill, can get out of there without any losses. Dark Aegis in 48. Navi will be very keen to just wait that out now. There is a temptation early in that Aegis timing to try and potentially burn it, get away with a sneaky kill. Now that's very, very close to expiring. You don't want to get in the situation where you just don't want to kill the Weaver in a fight. VTune and Solo look like they're hunting, but it could be them who's actually being hunted. Silence does catch over onto the Void Spirit. Lal has been hit up with the Frost Arrows. No BKB for 29, but does have the Blink Magnetize coming out. Dark's here. And he's got the Aegis for 10 seconds. They can't hit him. VTune will just be chased down here with the Magnetize sitting on top. That actually dies in the middle of that fight as well. And yeah, picking up the Dawnbreaker over in the trees. It's a three kills for BetBoom, and all of a sudden we're at a 10k net worth lead. And it's not looking good. Not looking good for Navi. BetBoom just starting to run away with this one. Gaben says 91% win probability. Dark has this finished up Gleipnir now, so even more control in these fights. And as long as Drow persists with not going for a BKB, really still just can't stand his ground. Like, you saw him there, he was on full HP. The Weaver turned up and he just had to run away. Like, he couldn't hang around at all. And I'm also going to say that the Weaver, they couldn't damage him either. They had 10 seconds left on Aegis. You can't commit damage into someone who's going to respawn if you kill him in the next 10 seconds. So, a little bit of missed timings there from Navi maybe on that smoke movement. Roshan, we'll find out when he respawns again in a minute 54, so still a while. A lot of things can happen in a game of Dota in a minute and 54 seconds. But 4 members of BetBoom have set up on this top lane. They know no one is in the trees, just trying to clear out this creep wave. We'll chuck down Firefly, pops the BKB to have to get away, and that's no BKB now. So no one can't really contest this anymore. With the catapult still here, this tower is just going to go down. Backdoor protection will not kick in. And Notice will just tank up those shots. And they're making mass rotations bottom. They see that Solo and Laser down here. Stun comes through. Follow up, Magnetize, Silence. He's holding onto a BKB, but I don't think he's ever getting a chance to use it. Solo will just keep trying to clear the wave. Meanwhile, in the top river, no one's potentially going down here as well. They might have the damage. He just makes it out. Solo back in the bottom lane has been caught from Roger. The rolling boulder will catch him out. He goes into the tower and realizes there's no sanctuary here either. So just kills all over the map for BetBoom right now. Notice we'll pop his little ghosty head into Roche and see that the big boy hasn't returned yet. It's not looking good for Navi. Sineko almost has an Ags on this support Venge, We're 27 minutes in, and he's 350 gold away from having Aghanim Scepter on Venge. They just can't deal with this. Having that strong illusion. No one's been caught in this bottom lane. Again, we'll have to pop the BKB, but Sonic Wave does whiff. Healing coming out. Actually, going to try and punish Lal. Maybe. He's out of mana, but I mean, he's got an AC. He just wants to fight. Here he comes. Lays with the onslaught, but tramples his way away, deciding that the whole team is there, and our Dawnbreaker is already dead. When the no mana Quap is just standing and fighting, standing their ground with the AC, not a care in the world. Paladin Sword as well in the pocket. It's a bit of a concern because Quap, 28 minutes in, that is not afraid of a Primal Beast. Your draft has fallen a little bit flat at that moment. Blink Dagger close for no one, so close to being able to get that online. Manta is finally up on Drow. I say finally, she's the most farmed on her team, but she is starting to fall behind the Weaver and the Quap at this moment. Roshan has spawned, and Shard plus the Aegis will be picked up. Plays. Oh, there's no getting out of here. The swap comes through again. Seneko. Oh, they're going to have nightmares about this Seneko vengeful spirit. I get the feeling it's probably going to be banned. And Swedenstrong gets caught behind the tree. Oh, that little bit of vision just catching him there on the low ground. I mean, he was on the lane as well. Probably saw him go behind there. But Navi, they just can't get a moment of peace. BetBoom are like a rash right now. Lasso, bottom, trying to get through the damage onto the Weaver. Silence, it won't be enough. I think it's going to run out. They do get it. Aegis down. But all the while, Drow's being feared back. V-Tune's dead in his base with no buyback. And, like, Weaver, yeah, you killed him once, but that's just it. What an anticlimactic end to this game one. BetBoom, take it. Navi called GG, and I think Navi just don't want to have too much, emotional damage heading into game two. Just calling it early and reset their thinking, reset their draft, and go from there.